Hi, Irina. It's Lou. How are you?
Oh, hi. What are you doing here?
I just wanted to pop in and talk a little bit about our unbelievable retreat in Tuscany this June, which is really not that far away.
No, the time goes so fast, especially as you grow older. It's just
Tell me
insane.
about it.
June is around the corner. I'm
I
not.
know it really is. So anyway, I've done this retreat a couple times in the past, and last year when Irina came, it was amazing because we did these photo shoots, and I've been using those photos, as you know, from our Italy shoot everywhere for
Everywhere.
homepage, social media, sales pages, everything. So every picture you see of me basically was taken by you.
I know, you're my favorite client. You've
Oh,
used every single photo, even freaking outtakes, which
yes.
is why I love you, which is why
Sometimes
you're
the outtakes
awesome.
are fun. So anyway, when we were talking about like, all right, I'm gonna, we took a year off and I thought, all right, are we gonna go back to Tuscany? And I was talking to Irina and she's like, well, what if we like do it on steroids and not just do photo shoots, but do actual branding and video shoots and really help people figure out their entire visual brand. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So what in from your standpoint, I know people I've been doing branding for years and I know people really, really struggle with their personal brand. So
It's
when you say visual branding, what does that mean to you?
it's branding first. It's identifying who you are, who your people are, what brings you two together. If you knew how many times I hear this question from people I work with, so how do I connect my brand? And they are, hello. Well, you sit down and you actually do it.
Mhm.
This is what gives us this amazing, I would say, exclusive opportunity to be there in a room with you and create it with you, to brainstorm. You get people who are just like you in the same boat, figuring out their brand, and we mastermind it together, figure it out, make it simple. In a week, you actually finish your branding. You
Right,
might have some questions open. Nothing is perfect. It never will be perfect. It never will be complete. It's not meant to be complete. You're evolving,
right.
but doing that work creates such enormous momentum and puts it inside your business systems, which
Yes.
is amazing because once it is scheduled, it's
Mhm.
happening.
And it's intentional. So like if we go to Tuscany, we're in this awesome villa, we're brainstorming about branding and helping you with your brand. So like for me, and I didn't even realize this till we were doing it, but it was really intentional. Like, okay, we're not just going to go and take a bunch of pictures. We're going to create a feeling and a brand and a tone. And that's why when you were taking pictures of me in this ancient hill towns, it was perfect because I want to be, the online godfather and Italian and all this other stuff. And
Oh my
so,
God, the lighting was amazing too.
yeah, I mean, the pictures became the brand. Now add video to that, and you've got like this unbelievable whole visual branding thing. So I just love the fact that like, oh my God, we're actually helping people create a brand and an image. And I know people who've been in business online for 10 years and still haven't figured out their brand. And it all starts with the visuals.
It's difficult stuff. And it's something that people need to review every year. It's something that I sit down every January. I just did a week of that.
Mhm.
Hello. Whew, glad it's
Yeah,
over. It's difficult work. You need somebody to sit there, first of all, hold your hand, so second of all, ask you all the right questions.
right.
Well, we got all the right questions and we know a lot of answers, and we've worked with enough people to actually have examples at hand. So it's going to be easy. We're making it super easy, and we're giving you the boost with the first batch of images that we're going to create right there on the spot in that beautiful light on these gorgeous locations.
Yeah.
And with video, what are we doing with video, Lou?
It's the same thing. We're going to really just not like, oh, let's just shoot a bunch of videos. It's like, let's create the video that's going to help you articulate your brand visually.
Yeah, achieve something. It could be a
And,
sales page.
it could be your homepage video, which is really, really important, or it could just be sales videos. One of the people that went with us last time did a whole launch series of videos, and like, oh my God, the scenery is beautiful. Like you say, the light's beautiful.
That's not.
But as long, as long as we're talking about Tuscany and branding and all that, I should share the sales page and actually show people what we're talking about. So do you want me to do that?
Let's go there.
Let's see if that'll work. Okay. Don't mind my 84 tabs open. I have ADD, adult ADD, but basically, like it says here, it's a visual branding retreat, June. Now we can't remember the dates. Oh my God. 6th, 13th.
Yes.
And basically, we've got this incredible villa. And not just, we've talked a lot about the visual strategy and the brainstorming and the masterminding with a small group, a really intimate group of really cool people. But it includes the stay at the villa, private bedroom at the villa, food, beverages, wine, dinners, vineyard tours, wineries. So it's really pretty all inclusive, except for getting your butt there.
Yeah, get there. Everything else is covered.
Yeah. So again, we talk about branding, we talk about video, we talk about photo, but it's really so much more than just like, oh, I'm going to go and do a trip to Tuscany. It's like you're going to come back with inspiration and branding and actual physical photos and videos that you can use in your brand and in your business.
Yep, and the price is right, because this is how much it costs to just do the branding out there in the real world nowadays.
Right.
You get the photos and a video and a hello Tuscany.
Yeah, really. You can do it in Paducah or Kentucky, or you can, go to Italy and do it. And, everything here is on the sales page. There's Irina in Italy. We have an unbelievable villa that's right near the town of Cortona, which is a historic hill town. You might know it from the movie and the book Under the Tuscan Sun.
Yes, I love that movie. By the way, the bar that you saw there in the picture, it's not a bar. Bar in Italy is a cafe. And basically, a cafe is called a bar. So.
Right. So, because Irina doesn't drink, but I drink enough for both of us. So she said, you have to stop putting wine on the sales page. Not everyone is as obsessed with wine as I am. So, but again, it's really going to be incredible because we have taken it up a gazillion notches. Here's a few of the photos we took last time in Italy. There's our friend Thomas. And I was trying to do this whole, tough guy kind of Italian semi-mobster thing. So
hey, it works when you open up that tattoo and stuff.
Yeah. And Laura was there. I hope she'll be back. I think she'll be back as well. So, it was just incredible. And what a place to, you can talk about doing photos there. It's like, what's the difference between being in a studio and actually being out here in the countryside doing this kind of stuff?
Photos are so boring. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
That's so last century.
Yeah.
Moving on.
And there is something about the light there. I noticed it the first time I went there. It's like unbelievable. Just everything like sparkles,
Oh, wow. And now you have the list in front of you, all the stuff that we're going to accomplish in 1 week. It seems like a lot. We're going to have some morning sessions, some afternoon sessions, some shoot sessions.
Yep.
Be all focused on fun. This is supposed to be fun, and we'll make it fun for you.
That's the thing. Like even when I was doing the photo shoots and stuff like that, we're discovering all these really cool nooks and crannies and places to shoot. And it was a blast. I felt like, oh my God, there's going to be so much work, but it was just like, oh my God, can we do some more? And, we just kept going and going, and I've got enough photos to last me for years. So obviously we're going to also do content, like talking about social media and branding and, the whole deal, marketing strategy. I've been doing this for a long, long time. Irina's been doing it for a long, long time. So we're kind of taking this concept of visual branding and bringing it to a whole new level. And obviously, it's the sort of trip part of it, food and beverages, dinners out on the town, dinners at the villa that are prepared for you. There's a big pizza oven outside at the villa. We can make our own pizzas, sightseeing, vineyard tours. Last time that was a big hit because we all went out in this big van and we were like exploring these ancient wineries and vineyards, and they give you lunch, and it's just a really, really amazing thing. So the main thing is, you know, obviously it's a relatively small villa. We have what, 5, 6 bedrooms. So if you want in on it, you got to really just kind of jump on it and get that deposit in. Because a lot of people say, "Oh my God, I'd love to go." It's like, well, a lot of people would love to go, but you got to put your money where your mouth is, and it's not happening until you plop down your deposit. So anything you want to add about that?
There are only 6 spots available. We
Yep.
want only the best people for this retreat because it's a mastermind.
Yep.
The energy is going to feed off each other, the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge balancing and everything. That's why there's an application.
Yeah, exactly. So if I click apply here, you know, it's not just like anybody can go. We want to make sure we have the right chemistry and the right group of people. So you'll fill out this short application, and if you say, "All right, you're awesome enough to join us," and you know, you're
We have
obviously
a lot of
in the right
awesome,
place.
yeah, we have a lot of awesome people out there, but we also want people who are serious about it, who think that this is going to benefit them.
Yep.
And because this is a once in a once in a year, I wanted to say, it's so funny, opportunity is very exclusive.
Yeah.
Where else can you go and do your branding in a week, create a huge momentum with a whole bunch of people who are as smart as you, if not smarter, and create the images and really, really kickstart that momentum of having your brand tuned up and up to date, up to speed, and connect with your ideal audience, reach them faster.
Yep. Oops, wrong page.
We
Yep.
have some tricks up the sleeve to make your videos and photos to connect with the viewer on
Yeah, absolutely. And
constantly.
no, and it's more important than ever because it's so hard to break through and have that, you know, really distinct brand that you need to make a difference and break through all the noise that's out there. The other thing I should mention too, because I know people ask about this a lot. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I want to go and do my branding, but what about my partner, my spouse, my husband, my wife? They can join us too. They don't necessarily have to do all the other, you know, activities. They can just kind of come along for the ride, and it's actually less of a fee for them, which we can get into later on. But the first thing to do is apply, and once you put down your deposit, you're in. You're good to go. So it's going to
So
be
yeah, there's
yeah.
an application. We review the application, and then we get back to you with an email saying, "Hey, we would like to invite you in." And then there's a deposit. That's how it all works.
Yep.
And if you want to bring somebody along, then you just let us know. And there's a spouse fee to cover the cost of food and all that stuff. So everything is included. We don't want to sit there and dime on the last day. Don't recommend bring any children along.
No, I told my 21-year-old daughter was very disappointed when I told her that there was no room for.
Yes.
You know, this is not a boondoggle like it was the first year. This is a serious branding, you know, work. Obviously, we'll play too, but we're going to get some serious stuff done. So you're going to leave Tuscany not only with, you know, obviously incredible memories, but a branding strategy, photos, videos, everything you need to really kind of get your brand on the map. And whether you're rebranding, whether you're relaunching, whether you're just starting and you want to kind of get that brand there. I know, like I said, I know a lot of people who just have not quite gotten that whole branding thing down, even if they've been in business for a long time.
Most people are like that, Lou. Most people.
Even branding people. I mean, that's what I do for a living, and I struggled with it for years. So
You're doing good now.
Yeah. So I hope you'll join us. We're going to have a blast. I'll put the links and stuff below. Irina and I will probably do some Facebook Lives and a few other things to check in along the way just to see how we're doing. But we wanted to get this initial message out and this quick little interview out just to give you a heads up about what's happening, when it's happening, and what it's all about.
One quick thing I wanted to add is when you look at the cost, you might say, oh, this is actually a really good cost. Don't think that next year it's going to be the same. Hey, we're putting it out there. We're putting our best foot forward and delivering what we can this time around. And next time, when it's actually everything is figured out and we have feedback and testimonials, this is gonna cost quite a bit more,
Yeah,
because
and really for what's the early bird is.
yeah, it's a lot of work to produce this kind of event, and we acknowledge the fact that you guys are jumping in as a first round,
Mhm.
and we want to give you some help with that.
Yeah, so I mean, not just the 7 nights at the unbelievable villa that is has a pool and is with just unbelievable scenery. Everywhere you look, it's like some kind of a picture or whatever, like an amazing photo. But also the food, the dinners, the meals out on the town, beverages, the whole deal, winery tours. So it's pretty amazing. And if you add to all that, like Irina says, all the content and the branding and the photo shoots and video shoots, pretty unbelievable. So I'm excited about it. I'm glad we're doing it together this year. It's going to be incredible. I think it's a really good partnership of photo, video, branding, and I hope you'll join us. I'll put a link, obviously, to this, and you'll be hearing more about it. But don't delay, because I think, like you say, if you've only got 5-6 bedrooms, it's going to get scooped up pretty fast. And we already know some people from previous times are coming back. So
Yes, and by the way, if you decided to go and told Lou or Irina that I'm going, unless you put your deposit down, your spot is not being held. So
right, we can't hold the spot without the deposit.
we need
So
to book that villa.
absolutely. All right, Amina, this is awesome. I can't wait. We'll be talking more about it, obviously, but for the time being, we'll say hello, and I hope you'll join us in Tuscany.
Woohoo!
Woo-hoo.